Hey guys, APOC here, and welcome back, and this time we are doing the Double Elixir Draft Challenge. Now this was only a 9-win challenge, but as you see we were able to get the 24,000 gold, and we'll open up that in just a second. So one thing about this is draft mode, but it is Double Elixir all the time, meaning that not just overtime, but as soon as the game starts. So at the end of this video what we're going to do is we're going to have the drafts of the other games that we're not going to show you. We're just going to do 2 games today, and then we'll get into a quick recap of what cards that we drafted. So let's open this up real quick. Let's collect this 24,000 gold. Definitely need that. And let's see what we get in our chest. Okay, so another 5,750. Some Royal Giants, Cannon, Tesla. Okay, finally we get to the heal spells. 19 Furnace and 2 P.E.K.K.A.s. Not too bad. Okay, so as for these games, so there's a lot of strategy that goes into what you should draft. Now, a lot of times you don't have a traditional win condition in this. So we'll get back to that in a second. As we see here, we have Minion Horde or Wizard. I'm going to take the Wizard because it counters Minion Horde. Rage is pretty bad, so we're going to take the Tornado. Lightning or Poison is a tough choice to me, but I wound up taking the Lightning because it counters also my Wizard. Now, we don't have a win condition here, so I wound up taking the Rocket as well. I know that that's another heavy spell, so really at this point, I am already thinking that our win condition is going to be Rocket and Lightning. And that is exactly what we're going to do here. So, I could have waited another second, but I played it right when I had max elixir. I'm getting that down right away. So, he plays his Minion Horde at the bridge, we pull it back with our Tornado, drop a Wizard, and able to get that all back. So don't need to worry about that Rage too much. And he drops a Bomb Tower. So basically I'm already thinking, I've already seen what's in my deck, and there's really just nothing that's going to win me the game. So that means the only option here is going to be spells. And we got to race our opponent. His spells, so he does have poison, he's got Minion Horde, so he's going to want to try to sneak that in. So we'll have to save our Fireball as well, possibly for that, or our Wizard. But as you see here, landed another Rocket, and basically that tower is already half dead. So we'll get a nice positive elixir trade here. We'll Tornado this all back. And he drops another Princess at the bridge that we can kill with our minions. So we'll lightning this all down, and those minions will damage his Mega Minion enough that shouldn't pose too much of a threat. And our Wizard will clean up the rest of his little push. And once again, let's get in another Rocket. So this will put the tower back in Rocket range. Also, it's good enough for Lightning or 2 Fireballs. But we're going to use that Fireball right here to get a nice positive trade on that Princess plus Minion Horde. So he drops a Mega Minion that gives us some value to Lightning. Now we no longer need to Rocket it, we can just Fireball down. So we'll use our Wizard once again to clean up his push, and he's back down to poisoning. And just in case, we will start our Rockets on the other side. Once again, we'll Fireball that Minion Horde, can't let that come through. And really all these spells are doing a great job here. Okay. So with all these spells, you really just got to get your plan going. That the plan is to win with spells. So our Lightning did get eaten by that Minion Horde, but we'll just Fireball down here, and then we'll pre-plant a cannon that was able to hit that Princess no problem. But unfortunately, it's just so frequently you don't have a traditional win condition in draft, and that can make things very difficult. So you gotta get a good plan of how you're going to win. So already seeing what my cards were right in the beginning, we knew that the only choice was Spell Cycle. And because of that, I highly recommend taking things like lightning, rocket, poison in Double Elixir Draft. In any really draft challenge, because it gives you an opportunity to win games that stalemates in the middle, if you don't have a way to connect to the tower, can help. So let's hop into this next match. This was for our 9th win. I absolutely love Princess in this, so I'm going to take Princess here over arrows, despite that it's its counter, because generally Princess will fire shots on something prior to getting killed by arrows or another spell, getting you value. We wind up taking the log as well, making sure that he doesn't get a positive elixir trait on our Princess. And once again, we don't have any great win conditions in this deck. So kind of our pump is Elixir Collector kind of is a win condition, so do remember that. Okay, so we'll use our Princess to get some value on those spear goblins. We'll see right here that he's already going to lead in with an X-bow. So I do wish that we had the X-bow. I feel like this would have been a lot easier. But we'll fireball down that X-bow as well as that wizard and start getting our chip damage on the tower. Now, we already know. What troops do we have? We only have Princess, Witch, and Mini P.E.K.K.A. That's not exactly the easiest troops to get to the tower. So we're going to get our chip damage on with our Princess here. So that's 280 damage. That's for 3 elixir, that's a good deal, since Fireball and Poison both do less than that. So he drops another X-bow, we're going to poison that down, and our Mini P.E.K.K.A. will wind up cleaning up that that X-bow, Fireball on that wizard, and both are hitting the tower at the same time. So now he's leaning towards rocketing our tower. So we're going to try to prevent that chip damage with our log, as well as getting some chip on his, but he is ahead in damage right now. But we do have 2 pumps. So that'll allow us to get our spell cycles going a little bit faster. So we'll go with our Witch, our Mini P.E.K.K.A., and poison everything down. So not able to get that Mini P.E.K.K.A. to the tower, just a second too close, but once again we're going to get rid of that X-bow. So once again, we are a little bit behind, but now we can go right into another push. So he rocketed, so let's get our push going real fast. Now he used his arrows, so we can drop our Princess, kill his wizard, and now our Princess is going to do a lot of work at the tower, because he doesn't have anything to handle our Princess at the moment, so he actually had to cycle his clone in order to get to arrows again. So that did give us a spell lead. And once again, now we're going to drop our Princess on the other side so that we can hopefully start getting some chip damage on the other side, because the other one's already in rocket range. So we know we got to get to 2 towers here. So we drop another pump. That pump is pretty safe because we know he still has to rocket the other tower, meaning we'll get good value. Poison down on that X-bow plus the tower is giving us a nice head start on the other tower. So we already got a 1,000 hit point lead on tower number 2. Then all of a sudden we find out he's got a balloon. I don't know where that's been the entire game, but we do have a Tesla to stop that a bit. Unfortunately, those bombs are able to... One is able to land on our tower. Now, we were able to predict that he was going to drop something in the middle. I wasn't sure if it was going to be the X-bow or the wizard, but our Mini P.E.K.K.A. was able to take that down. Able to get a few shots off with our Witch for a couple hundred damage. Now we're at 982. So he drops an X-bow. We can drop a Tesla right on top of it. That'll counter that. Plus our Witch will help finish it off. Then our Witch plus our Princess on this balloon, and we cannot let this balloon hit the tower, so we're going to fireball that down. So we'll start our Mini P.E.K.K.A. push once again, so we can get some value on our poison. So he drops a wizard right into our poison, then we'll kill that with our Tesla, and just like that, we're able to get a big Mini P.E.K.K.A. shot on the tower and finish it up with that Princess. So you got to think of some creative ways to get to the tower, get your damage in. Princess is a very good win condition in Elixir Draft, in any draft mode, because you can get the chip damage on the tower. Log isn't in every single deck like it is in challenges, like regular challenges, so you can generally get good value off of your princess. Other cards that I tend to like, I like Furnace, I like Dark Goblin. They're also very good at getting chip damage. You know, things like Graveyard can sometimes be extremely good if you have the spells to support it, but other times if you don't have the spells to support it, it doesn't wind up doing anything. So you got to be a little bit careful with that. So make sure you have a plan of how you're going to get that attack through, of how you're going to defend them, and get into a good rotation. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this. We're going to speed this up now and just do the rest of the drafts for the games. Okay, thank you. See you soon.